What's going on, everybody? This is Studio Link VST and we are back with another video. In this video I'm going to break down a beat I just made. You can see it in here. Want to talk about and show how and what instruments I use to make this beat and how and what I'm looking for when formatting a beat. So that's formatting it out, you know, adding an intro, adding a first verse, adding a second verse, and so on. Hopefully you take something from this video, you take some tips from how I do things and you apply them to your production. You don't have to do things exactly how I do it. I just hope to inspire you and show you different ways, and you know, maybe you can apply them to your next beat or to your previous beats and improve on those. So let's get straight into it. I'm gonna play it first. This is what I make. Usually I make a 8-bar loop of everything. I apply everything from hi-hats to snares and so on. We'll play it first, then I'll start breaking it down piece by piece. So that's it. And it's just a 8-bar loop. Usually that is my hook. I construct everything out and I make a hook, and then I take from there to build the verses, intros, and so on. So let's go ahead and break it piece by piece first. The first instrument I used, every sound that I used is from the Platinum Hit. Here, this first one is called Lead Alive Synth, and this is for Kontakt 5. You guys can get it at studiolinkvst.com. Let's go ahead and break it down. So here's that first sound. I'm going to turn off this click real quick. So it's a nice lead synth. It's very, very modern kind of sounding. Kind of has that Drake kind of feel to it. The next sound, it's called Showdown. It's in the lead synth, also in that Platinum Hit edition. This is our Platinum Hit 1 here, guys. It's the Platinum Hit 1. And this kind of acts as our bass, just that low synth. So when you play those two together, this is what we have. Okay, let's move on to sound 3. What we have on sound 3 is a pluck. This is also, you see it here, is our Platinum Hit. Let me see the patch name for that one. It was the Trap Pluck. And it's real simple but catchy, and that's really what's hot right now on the radios. Just simple but catchy. Number 4 is our Quality South kit, and this is actually in our Platinum Hit 2 edition, so this is the second version of our Platinum Hit series. And all I did was adjusted the reverb down here. This is how it was, and I thought it sounded great with some reverb on it. And that's what we have for the drums. It's really, really nice. So when we play those 4 together now, this is what we have. And now that's our basic structure of the beat. We have some really nice, we have a nice foundation for our beat. Now with composing, just like building a house, once you have that foundation, you have to continue to build from there. You have to build upwards. And what I consider upwards are adding those little elements onto it that really make a beat stand out. So next I added some hi-hats. In our Platinum Hit 2, we have a hats and crash kit, and that's what we chose to use, one of the hi-hats from there. Our next sound is some open hi-hats. It's also in that hats and crashes kit. It's just simple high or open hats. Complements those hi-hats. So we play those all together. Let's hear what we have so far. Sounding pretty good, sounding pretty good. All right, so let's go on to the next sound. What we have, we added a nice stomp in there. So what it sounds like is this. This is in our Platinum Hit 1. It's just a Dirty South stomp. Let's move on to the next sound. We added a nice Casper Ghost. It's a lead synth sound. Kind of has just a real spooky sound, you know, spooky feel to it. Let's go ahead and play it real quick. We're almost done. Let's see, what else did we have in here? I didn't add the vocals, but I will show you those anyways. In our Platinum Hit 1, there's really nice vocals by a talented artist by the name of Chris Ray. We have vocal chops in here. You see them spread across the keys. And I made a vocal hook out of just using those. So I'll go ahead and play that real quick.
I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. Going down tonight. Going down tonight. Ay. Going down tonight. Going down tonight. Ay. I hope you're ready.
So you guys can make really nice hooks and add them to your beats. Well, I'll go ahead and play the beat with that vocal hook a little later on. Let's see, to end this beat, we added a nice hit in here. And in the Platinum Hit 1, this is the VST plugin edition. So we did a couple of nice things with this, with making this beat. We combined the Platinum Hit VST format. We added the Platinum Hit 1 Kontakt format and the Kontakt 2 format all together. So 3 products we use to make this one beat. And let's go ahead and play that hit. So now that we showed, you know, everything, let's hear it all together real quick. We showed how we broke it down. Let's play it. Okay, now that we have that, so we have our hook now. How do we build off of that? How do you make a first verse? How do you make a intro? How do you make all these things? That's what a lot of people ask. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. What I like to do is to start, I want to make a beat build up. You want to make it build up. So the climax is the chorus. That's the chorus part. And we already made this climax. This is our climax right here. That means all the instruments. All we're going to do for our intros and first verse and so on is taking away elements. We're going to take away certain sounds to really make a beat interesting. Let's go ahead and get into that. So I'm going to go ahead and copy these first 2 parts up here. These first 2 parts. That is our lead synth and our bass. We're going to go ahead and that bass synth, and we're going to copy those over here. That's what's going to start the beat. So now we should have an intro that sounds like this. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and continue building. I'm going to move this over here for now. That's our chorus part. We're going to make our first verse. So what we did, we just copied and pasted. This is our chorus again. And now, since this is our first verse, we're going to do stuff like taking out the hi-hats. We just took out the hi-hats there. There is no certain recipe for success, or for a first verse has to have this or doesn't have that. I just like to take out my hi-hats out of my first verse. I'm also going to take out, let's see, I'm going to keep this lead synth in there. We'll keep the bass in there. What is this? Let's see, this pluck. Let's take out this pluck. Take the pluck out of there. We're going to take out that chorus part. Where's those vocals at? We're going to as well take out that high lead ghostly sound that we had in there. These must be the vocals. We're going to take those vocals out. Now let's listen to what we have. Okay, let's as well, we took out the hi-hats. Let's take out those open hats as well. Now that's sounding pretty good. That's sounding like sounding more like a verse. We're going to let that beat build up, and I'm going to show you guys a little more. Let's keep going. Oops, sorry about that. Let's go to the 17 here. And we're going to copy that same part that we had in the verses, and let's figure out some more things to add or some more things to remove to make it interesting. What we can do is we're going to move that over. That's the pluck. It's the pluck sound. So we'll have that pluck come back in. Then what we can do if we want, you know what? Let's have it come in on the second part of that first verse. I like that. So it's first verse, pluck could come in, pluck could drop back out. Let's add the hi-hats into this one section. Move those hi-hats back up there. Hi-hats will come in, drop back out, plucks will come back in. Then what we even can do is we could slice the plucks. So let's go to region, split, and we're going to delete the second half leading right back into this chorus part, just to make it a little more interesting. We'll probably do the same. Let's do the same down here. We're going to do the same to this bass part, so that it sounds more just sounds more interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and listen now. So we have an intro, we have a first verse, and then we have a chorus. So let's go ahead and listen to that. First verse. Bring the plucks back in. Back in, drop out, chorus. And this is what you do, guys. You're just making it interesting. You're just taking certain things out, adding certain things. This is my way. It's not I don't know if you can consider it a formula, a process, but this is what I like to do when constructing beats. So this is what we have. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'll keep more videos coming up. Thank you so much, guys.